Ever wondered what's the secret behind the success of intermittent fasting? And which works better? 16 or 20-hour fasting windows? Let's dive in. As intermittent fasting takes the health and wellness world by storm, there's a growing curiosity about the ideal fasting window. Is it the more popular 16-hour window or the slightly more challenging 20-hour one? Well, we're about to explore this fascinating topic, armed with insights from Dr. Berg. So, are you ready to unravel the mystery of intermittent fasting? Stay tuned. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty of 16 and 20-hour fasting, let's understand what intermittent fasting is all about. Picture this. It's a method of eating that alternates between periods of eating and fasting. Simple, right? Now let's break it down a bit. An intermittent fasting routine consists of two main phases, the fasting window and the eating window. Think of the fasting window as a timeout for your body, a break from consuming calories. It's like your body is on a vacation, free from the hustle and bustle of digesting food. On the flip side, the eating window is your body's time to, this is when you consume all your daily calories. It's like a grand feast, a celebration of sorts. But remember, it's not about binge eating, it's about consuming a healthy, balanced diet. Intermittent fasting is not about what you eat, but when you eat. It's like a well-choreographed dance between periods of feasting and fasting. And believe it or not, this simple shift in eating patterns can potentially trigger beneficial metabolic changes. So that's your basic primer on intermittent fasting. But what about the different fasting windows? Stick around as we delve deeper into the 16 versus 20-hour fasting debate. Are you ready to explore the world of intermittent fasting with Dr. Berg as our guide? If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights on intermittent fasting. Now let's talk about the crowd favorite, the 16-8 method. This intermittent fasting protocol is like the friendly neighborhood superhero of the fasting world. It's reliable, approachable, and it's got a solid fan base. The 16-8 method is pretty straightforward. It involves fasting for 16 hours and then eating during an 8-hour window. This could look like skipping breakfast and having your first meal at noon, then wrapping up dinner by 8 at night. Essentially, it's a daily routine of mini fasts. Now, why is this method so popular? Well, it's got a lot to do with the fact that it's easy to incorporate into daily life. After all, a good chunk of that 16-hour fasting window is spent sleeping, and who doesn't love a diet that lets you lose weight while you snooze? Dr. Berg, a well-known advocate for intermittent fasting, has often spoken about the effectiveness of the 16-8 method. According to him, this protocol offers a practical way to induce metabolic changes that can lead to weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and other potential health benefits. Plus, it's accessible for beginners, making it a great starting point for those new to the world of intermittent fasting. However, it's important to remember that while the 16-8 method is popular, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Dr. Berg stresses that intermittent fasting should be tailored to individual needs and lifestyles. So, while some people may thrive on this schedule, others may find different fasting windows more suitable. And let's not forget, the 16-8 method is just one player in the fasting game. There are other methods out there, each with its own unique benefits and considerations. So it's always a good idea to explore your options and see what works best for you. And that's why the 16-8 method is so popular. But what happens if we push the limits a bit? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the world of intermittent fasting and explore the more intense, yet potentially more rewarding, 20-hour fasting protocol. Now hold on to your hats, because we're about to dive into the world of 20-hour fasting. This is the fasting equivalent of running a marathon. It's not for the faint-hearted, but for those willing to test their limits and push the boundaries of self-discipline. So, what is a 20-hour fast? It's essentially an eating plan that involves consuming all your daily calories within a 4-hour window and fasting for the remaining 20 hours. Imagine having your dinner early, say around 6 in the evening, and then not eating again until 2 in the afternoon the next day. That's a 20-hour fast. But why would anyone choose to fast for 20 hours? According to Dr. Berg, this extended fasting window offers a slew of potential benefits. The first is an increased time in fat-burning mode, also known as ketosis. This means your body has more time to use up its glycogen stores and switch to burning fat for energy. The second potential benefit is enhanced cellular repair processes, a phenomenon known as autophagy. During autophagy, your cells clean out damaged components, potentially reducing inflammation and boosting overall health. However, it's important to note that while these benefits sound promising, they are based on preliminary research and more studies are needed to fully understand the effects of 20-hour fasting on the human body. But let's not forget one crucial aspect of 20-hour fasting. It's challenging. It requires a solid willpower and a well-structured plan to ensure you're getting all your necessary nutrients within that 4-hour eating window. It's not a walk in the park, but for some, the potential benefits might just outweigh the challenges. So more fasting could mean more benefits, but is it the right choice for you? That's a question only you can answer, and we'll dive into how to make that decision in the next scene. It's all about finding a fast that fits your lifestyle, goals, and overall health. Stay tuned, because we're just getting to the good part. So we've got two contenders in the ring, 16 hours and 20 hours, but which one should you choose? This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. It's decision time. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through it. First, let's consider individual preferences and lifestyle. The 16-hour fasting window is a popular option, partly because it allows for overnight fasting and potentially skipping breakfast. For many people, this fits neatly into their daily routine. However, if you're a breakfast lover and the thought of skipping your morning toast and eggs sends a shiver down your spine, then this may not be the best fit for you. On the other hand, the 20-hour fasting window is more of an advanced approach. It requires a longer period of no-calorie intake, which may be challenging for some. This could start after an early dinner and end the next day with a late lunch. If you're someone who thrives on pushing limits and you're comfortable with a smaller eating window, then this could be your ticket to success. Next, let's not forget about existing health conditions. It's crucial to consult a doctor before starting any form of intermittent fasting, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions. Fasting can affect people differently, and what works for one person may not work for another. Weight loss goals also play a significant role in this decision. Some may see faster results with 20-hour fasting, but it's important to remember that ongoing research is needed to fully understand these potential benefits. And finally, let's turn to Dr. Berg's advice. He suggests starting with a shorter window and gradually increasing the duration if you're comfortable. This allows your body to adapt to the changes and helps you to sustain the practice in the long run. Remember, the best fasting window is the one that fits your lifestyle and health goals. The choice between 16 hours and 20 hours isn't about which one is superior. It's about finding what works best for you. So take a deep breath, consider your options, and make the choice that aligns with your needs and goals. Happy fasting. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's do a quick recap. We've immersed ourselves in the world of intermittent fasting, exploring the ins and outs of two popular fasting windows, 16 and 20 hours. Just as a refresher, intermittent fasting is not a diet but a pattern of eating. It's about when you eat, not what you eat, and it's currently on the world's health and fitness stage for its potential benefits for weight loss and overall health. The 16-hour fasting window, also known as the 16-8 method, is a common starting point. This typically involves skipping breakfast, restricting your daily eating period to 8 hours, such as from 1 in the afternoon to 9 at night. Then there's the 20-hour fasting window, a more advanced approach. This involves consuming all of your daily calories within a 4-hour window, potentially starting after an early dinner and ending the next day with a late lunch. Both of these fasting windows, according to Dr. Berg, can be effective for weight loss and offer potential health benefits. However, it's crucial to remember that while intermittent fasting can be powerful, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Your personal preferences, lifestyle, existing health conditions, and weight loss goals all play a role in determining which fasting window might be the best fit for you. And while Dr. Berg's insights provide a valuable starting point, it's essential to consult a doctor before starting any new dietary regimen, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions. And let's not forget hydration. Regardless of your chosen fasting window, staying well hydrated is key, so keep that water handy. Now that you're armed knowledge, it's time to take action. Explore different intermittent fasting methods, consult a doctor for personalized guidance, and experiment with safe fasting practices to see what works best for you. So, are you ready to give intermittent fasting a shot? Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay healthy. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more health and wellness tips from Dr. Berg. Stay tuned!